the next is Ritwik. Ritwik, please come on stage. Ritwik is CTO at a company called Alidade. Did I butcher the name?
Yes, this time you got it. Third one, third.
All right, and then he has been in technology at Microsoft, Facebook, and many places. Another one of our customers. Let's hear from Ritwik.
Thank you very much. As Neil said this time, right, the company's name is Alidade. We've been there in the industry of preventative care, which means essentially how do you manage blood pressure, like as an example, to prevent a hospitalization post-stroke. As a company, we've been doing this for close to a decade now, and just like in the last year, we've saved about $1.5 billion for the payers, and then we sell to independent primary care, and we'll be sending back about $400 million back to them. So pretty scaled operation. But before I get to the company, I'll talk about Neil. I've known him, believe it or not, for 25 years. And there's one thing that is clear is, Neil is a dreamer. And there's one thing about dreamers. They dream about a lot of things. So when the first time he talked about AdamX, you were like, well, that's a good dream. But another thing about dreamers is if they continue having the same dream again and again, and they stick with it, they end up creating something that would be of value and would sustain. And I think so about AdamX and the synthetic buying, all of that was something that was stuck with him, that he talked about it for at least 6 months before I think so AdamX came into existence. And he would look for every moment that this would come about. I don't know much about sales, but in those 6 months, I'd learned about what this area is. So just coincidence, another thing that happened in the company was that we were category creators. And so first 8 years of the seller's journey and the way that you succeed was different for the sales team. And then once you create a category and you make that successful, you show that there is a business to be had, what happens? You get a lot more competitors. And when there are a lot more competitors, the way that your sales team operates needs to completely change. You need a completely different playbook. How do you train the sales team? And you need to do it fast, because now you have got growth numbers that need to go in by doubling year over year. And at this point in time, in 8 or 9 years, you've built a very strong base. You have to double that base in a highly competitive landscape. Now, one thing that I did at that point in time was the best way to earn trust from my CRO and CMO at that time was to connect them with Neil. Everything that we see and hear about synthetic buying and the buyer's journey is locked in these both guys' brains. So when he connects and talks about how you go ahead and approach this, that itself was deeply trust building. But there was a challenge. How do you replicate what these guys know? How do you replicate that in every training session and all of that? And so hence, what resonated with them deeply was that they are building an AI-first company that would be able to do that at scale. And that is what led to the collaboration between AdamX and Alidade. We are in it together with them and are really excited about where this journey leads us to, and really grateful to see this all come to existence. Thank you.